Hello and welcome to Never Mind The Ballots, US Debate Night special in association with Betfair. In a matter of moments, Donald Trump will not just go head-to-head with Kamala Harris, but the pair will meet for the very first time. And we'll be here for every moment, every clash, every tantrum, every zinger. And on the promise of bad popcorn and mystery mugs, I've lured 4 experts to watch along with me through the night. We have ex-British Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, member of the House of Lords and broadcaster Ayesha Hazarika, and top comedian, he said I had to say that, James Farmer. And through the show, we'll also have Sam Rosbottom from Betfair. He'll be looking at the odds, he'll be crunching the data as we go. Good evening, everybody. Kwasi Kwarteng.
Very good to see you.
What are you expecting for tonight? Trump going to suck it out the park?
I think he's going to come in. He'll probably try a few nicknames.
Yeah, got some Trump bingo we can play through the night.
That's right. And then he'll try, I think, to associate her with Joe Biden. So he'll mention Joe Biden.
The ghost, at the feast. Right. The guy is technically running America
exactly
right now.
Right. So he'll have a go and say she's not legitimate.
Very good.
And that's what he'll do.
Are you sure? What are you expecting? Is it Brat Summer into awesome autumn? Is this going to be the moment we finally see?
It's Brat Life now.
Brat
Life. You know, I'm just so excited about this. It's going to be absolutely box office. Remember, the last one was so game-changing. It was career-ending for Joe Biden. So I actually think who wins tonight is going to be the person that wins.
Gosh, no pressure there.
No pressure, guys.
James, rich scene for you, surely. These two, if you can't get a joke out of this, then...
Yeah, the human in me hopes that Donald Trump does badly. The comedy writer in me hopes he does really well and stays for another 4 years. I want him, really. But I'm thinking Trump's going to turn up looking like Jabba the Hutt on Ozempic and Kamala. I'm just excited to find out who Kamala is.
And you have a Kamala. It is Kamala. You have a tip for how to pronounce Kamala.
It's actually, I did it wrong then. It's if anybody's confused, just think of James Corden and Gavin Stacey saying Pamela.
Pamela.
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
Got it.
Kamala.
I can't believe they've never met before. This is the first time.
They've never actually met. That's incredible.
The weirdest first date of all time.
I was going to say the weirdest meet cute ever. Yeah. Oh, are they going to shake hands? Oh. Is she going to give him
early.
She's gone early. She's
dominating.
Gone Para move.
Yeah, she's gone to see him.
That was like first day of prison.
And he didn't.
She's gone to his house.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go...
I think he'll be coached to be like that.
Yeah.
They will have said, cage it in, don't rein it in, don't go mad.
Millions of people.
And your immigration.
Give him time.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's early yet. We're only in like 2 minutes.
You don't play the hits early. Do you know what I mean?
It's quite stilted.
But it's early. They'll warm up.
That's right.
Dare I say, that's quite a Liz Truss neckwear that...
No, don't say that. Do not take that woman with the absolute clown show that was Liz Truss.
How did you get from this debate to Liz Truss?
Don't you remember there's a real talking point in one of the debates about the sort of Thatcher, the Thatcher bow? Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to say.
Is China and all of the countries that have been ripping us off for years.
China, there we go. Didn't take long. Sam, you've seen some movements in the markets.
Yeah, as predicted, quite a bit of money has been wagered already on the Betfair exchange. 10 minutes in, more than £100,000 has been staked on who will be the next US president. And I can tell you that Kamala Harris's odds have drifted ever so slightly. They were a strong 47% going into this. They're now 46%. So the market reacted on that first 10 minutes. Well, the punters possibly put off. It is only marginal, but it is movement nonetheless. And again, £100,000 wagered in the last 10 minutes, expecting plenty more between now and when this debate ends.
Ayesha, that doesn't sound like she's had a good start.
Well, look, there's a long way to go. We're just in the throat-clearing stages of this debate. This is still a long, long way to go. So let's not rush to any judgment.
But she has to knock it out of the park. I think she's the underdog. She's the one people don't know.
He said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
I mean, that is absolutely awful. That is a really awful thing to say.
The fact-checkers of the American media right now must be furiously typing.
That's really bad.
Harris's facial expressions are just quite something.
They've definitely coached her on it.
Yeah,
I really feel like
it's definitely
her camp have said that's going to be a set of memes, a set of TikTok things, her reacting.
Yeah.
100%.
If you can't have a hot mic, get the facial expressions.
Yeah.
The government and Donald Trump certainly should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
That is, I think, probably first blow landed, really.
Oh, she's
landed
good on
that
this.
really well.
Yeah.
She's very powerful, very
This is an
compelling,
issue.
painted a really, visceral
an issue.
picture.
Bit of a shaky start from Harris, I think.
She came good on abortion.
Yeah.
She showed real passion and real
Ground she'll be wanting to fight
real
on.
feeling, yeah.
Less economy, more reproductive
Yeah,
rights.
absolutely. Look, Trump's strategists will be saying to him, stick on the economy, because that's
right,
where you've got a narrative.
And
That's
immigration,
where,
yeah.
Economy and immigration. That's right.
For Kamala, she had to nail that, because where she's picking up votes, it is from women in
That's
those
right.
swing states.
right.
And that's the clip.
So,
That's
yeah,
just
and
right.
that will
See?
the clip. That is the money shot.
And it was very
clip
powerful.
for
She spoke
for
very
for the
powerfully
Dems.
about that.
She nailed that. And that phrase, Trump abortion bans, we're going to
he'll
hear
use
that
that.
again. That's going to be a phrase we hear a lot.
Oh, the hands. I think the hands come up when she knows when she's nervous.
Yeah.
When she doesn't like talking, because there was no hands in that abortion answer, was it?
No.
The hands are a defence mechanism.
She nailed that.
And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early.
The rallies.
My rally's bigger than your rally. Paying them.
Say what you want about women's reproductive
Look,
rights.
she
Don't have a
look
go
how
at the
much she
rallies.
loves it. She's hit a nerve. She absolutely loves it.
She's got under her skin. Look, she's.
Yeah, but I think the optics, he looks like he's bossing it because she's always looking to him.
Yeah.
And he never looks to her.
She's definitely been told to do the
That
hand
face.
thing. Yeah.
100%.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well,
All
I've
this-
seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
People on
this is
television
a
say my dog was taken.
It's just such nonsense.
Dog was taken for food.
Those are two of the most wild clarifications I've ever heard.
Run the spot's running. Run spot, run. They're gonna eat a spot. That's where he's got that from.
Than any Republican in history by far.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
He genuinely has changed 180 since you mentioned the rally.
Yeah.
Like, since you
yeah,
started
yeah,
the
it's
size
true.
of his rally.
Such a
he's
good
like-
point. It's like someone put 50p in Trump. He's now smash. Sam, what's happening?
First,
Tell us. We can't pay attention.
big blow for Kamala Harris landed on Donald Trump, and the market has reacted strongly in her favour. Remember,
It went from
10 minutes
46.
ago,
Yeah,
around
I could see
£100,000
that.
have been wagered. A further £75,000 has been
The
wagered.
punters are piling in.
He
Punters
was over 51 and she
are
was on
piling
46.
in, and now Trump is around even money. Bearing in mind he started out odds on, he's now drifted out ever so slightly.
That's right.
Giving him around a
I
50%
could see
chance.
that.
Kamala Harris odds shortening to 21 to 20 from 11 to 10. Lots of movement after that sequence there.
I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy.
There we go.
Oh.
First time.
Ooh, the assassination.
Oh,
That's a real moment.
That's quite a big moment.
he's blaming her for the.
Yeah, no, that's nuts. He's blaming the Democrats.
The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times, is a value that I bring to my work.
And a great father, and I learned a lot from him, but I was given a fraction of that, a tiny fraction, and I built it into many, many billions of dollars, many, many billions. And when people see it, they are even surprised.
She's trying to say I'm self-made,
eyes are
I'm
sharp.
from a humble background.
No, but
He
looking
didn't
at
like
his
that.
facial response, yeah, he didn't like that.
She went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
I'm talking now.
Oh.
There we go. He used her own.
That's the first time he's looked at her. That is the
Temper
first
tantrum.
time he's looked at her
He used
properly.
her own line on her. Everyone was expecting her to use that one. I'm talking now, and he's. Do you think it worked? Got a great future ahead of you as a.
I like
as a
it.
spread
I'm
better.
interested.
He did that with the economy.
Come on, It's fine. It's fine. I would not expect anything else. He's really angry.
Slowly yet surely, his face is turning the colour of his tie as he gets more livid. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
And on that day, the President of the United States incited a violent mob.
She's making it personal again.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's
what
good.
she's doing,
She's, I think,
She has been well coached to just bring it all back to.
And she's delivering on it. You know, I think she's actually, her performance is pretty good.
First time actually seeing her properly.
Well, she's definitely trained for this.
She's landing.
And Trump has turned up.
We have a nation that is dying, David.
Wasn't the question, do you regret something about January the 6th?
Yeah.
No, I think they've moved on from it, but yeah, he's... You know.
I mean, obviously, uncomfortable ground for Trump again. But, you know, I think pretty forthright defence.
I'm not sure. I think it's interesting that he immediately pivoted to immigration, and I think it allowed her...
The country's dying, David.
But I think she had a good run on him. She went on, you know, she had a good attack.
But again, it's talking to the base rather than...
But look, they're both...
Yeah, I can
they're both
see...
talking to their base.
That's right.
I can 100% see the nation's dying, David, on a bumper sticker.
Yeah, that's right.
A hat.
That was a good phrase.
Yeah.
But also, I can see hers. Let's turn the page.
Yeah, that's
a bit focus groupy, though.
Oh, come on. Both of them are focus groupy.
Sam?
You just did that.
Money moving. Money talks.
Breaking news, Harry. Kamala Harris is the favourite to win November's election.
Really?
Wow.
The odds are updating as we speak. We will see these flip, but that's exactly what they have done. 10 minutes ago, I told you that Donald Trump was the even money favourite, and
Look
Kamala
at that,
Harris
48, 54, 47,
was
62.
out to 21-10. Those odds have completely flipped. Harris is the favourite. More than £250,000 has been wagered since the debate started, and Harris has got the momentum.
So, arguably, the data show she is winning this debate, and it's working for her.
Absolutely, the momentum.
I think he lost his temper. I think the issue is he's lost his temper.
And that's
He's been riled.
annoying people.
And people see all his faces. You know, he's contorting his face. He's looking up. He's looking very uncomfortable. And I think people are feeding off that.
When we started this debate, the test was, look, Trump's baked in, we know him, we don't really know much about this woman. There was quite a lot of negativity going in, saying, is she that good a communicator? Can she withstand a debate with him? You know, he's quite a tough opponent. And what we've actually seen is him losing it and just going off in these weird kind of rambles.
That's right.
And she has remained on message. She's remained focused. All the coaching, she is knocked it out the park. I think she's done really well. I think she's exceeded my expectations.
So
I think she's done really well.
I think Aisha makes a fair point in that nobody really knew much about her. And she's going toe-to-toe with this guy who's been the third time nominee of his party. And people are probably thinking, yeah, she could do the job. I think there's some of that.
James?
She's doing exactly the same thing that Trump did to Biden, which is she's just letting him talk.
Yeah.
Like Trump just let Biden talk and just made faces and said, I don't even know what that was about.
I
She's
still
doing a
think Trump
similar
will
thing,
win, though. I still think Trump will win the election.
Right. Just when you need to think we're going to calm down, they've moved on to Israel and Gaza. So let's, what could go wrong there?
It's the kind of nuanced discussion Trump will really do well in.
But we must have a two-state solution where we can rebuild Gaza, where the Palestinians have security.
She hates Israel. If she's president, I believe that Israel will not exist within 2 years from now.
This is ridiculous.
I'm pretty good at predictions, and I hope I'm wrong. Israel will no longer exist. Wow.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
He's wildly swinging now.
There we go. They've been going an hour. Finally, the debate. In which...
Was there a break?
An advert break, finally.
Oh, wow. I didn't
But
think
we're going to use it for Sam to go into some real nerdy bits.
Go for it.
Sam, tell us about your swing states.
So, what is America's voting system? How will a candidate win presidency? Let me introduce you to the Electoral College system. Now, it can look quite complex, but just imagine this as a game. Every candidate has to win a certain amount of points, and each state is its own little contest where they are worth a certain amount of points. They're worth all different points. The total amount of points adds up to 538. So each candidate, they have to win 270 if they want to be the president. They want to be in the White House. They've got to win 270 of these points. Now, looking at some of the states, some of them are already pretty much locked in with which way they're going to be voting. For example, California, they voted Democrat for the past 8 elections. Alabama, on the other hand, down here in the South, well, they voted Republican in the last 11 US elections. So there are a number of states that are pretty much locked in. However, it comes down to the states where they're a little bit undecided. They swing from one side to another each election. And there are going to be around 7 of these in this upcoming election. We've got the likes of Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. Now, why are these swing states important, and why is it important to get these points in this big overall electoral college game? Well, forget about the total number of votes overall. Back in 2016, Hillary Clinton won 2.6 million more votes than Donald Trump. However, it was where Donald Trump won those votes, in those key swing states, which won him the points to get into the White House. So these swing states are so incredibly important. That's why you will see the likes of Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance spend so much time in the likes of Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia. They are on a knife edge. If we look at the odds at the minute with this wonderful college electoral state map, which is on Betfair Predicts, this is plugged into each of the 50 state markets, and this is what the punters are predicting at the minute. Pennsylvania, they are saying Trump has a 52% chance of winning compared to Kamala Harris at 48%. So it is Trump who just edges it in that one. Whereas if we go to the likes of North Carolina, which again, a real key swing state, Trump has got more of a foothold in that state, according to the punters on the Betfair exchange market. He's got a 64% chance there. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Kamala Harris and Tim Walz spend quite a lot of time in that state. Now, the big one for me, because back in 2020, Joe Biden won in Georgia by less than 12,000 votes. That's 0.2% of the votes went in favour in this state, in Georgia. At the minute, Kamala Harris is going to have to do a lot of work there. Just a 40% chance of her winning in Georgia, replicating what Joe Biden did. It is Donald Trump who leads there. But look, we have got a big 55 days to come between now and November the 5th vote. I'm expecting plenty more swings in these key swing states.
That's maybe one of the reasons they don't like me as much as they like weak people.
Weak people.
Weak people. Not beautiful people.
Not beautiful. Weak people.
I'm calling it, in this section, she's going to call him a weirdo.
I think it's the U.S. best interest to get this war finished and just get it done.
All right.
Negotiate a deal.
Wow, that's a
news line.
That is a news story. That's my news sense. That is a key moment.
Do you want Ukraine to win? He did not say
We've
yes.
seen a lot of shouting. We've seen a lot of heat. Now that is actually some light. He, for the first time, really is saying President Trump will bring them to the table and just get it done.
Zelensky's
get it done on
very unhappy.
whose terms. She's gone for the big picture here.
Good. This is good.
She's good. She's speaking well.
She's gone full West Wing here.
Let Bartlett be love. Not everything has to be through the President of the
Yes, it does. Do you know nothing about progressive politics? Do you know nothing about the left?
It's crazy. She's stuck in about 2005. That show ended ages ago.
That was a good time. That's a good time.
Sunlit, backlit, uplit. Yeah.
That show ended ages
Actually, now
ago.
it's the diplomat, so...
Well, I will tell you, I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan.
Tricky here because the argument she's now making for this is the argument she just deployed against Trump on Ukraine. So
also, I would say, in terms of being somebody who cares about women's rights, when you look at what's happening to the women in Afghanistan, that's...
a little bit of contrition here probably wouldn't go amiss.
And it's the same question they asked Trump. Do you think about January 6th? Do you have any responsibility? If she had just gone, I feel a bit, then it differentiates.
Well, 13 American soldiers died. Like, you could at least give a nod to that.
Abdul is the head of the Taliban. He is still the head of the Taliban. And he said, why do you send me a picture of my house? I said, you're going to have to figure that out, Abdul.
Wow. Why did he send him a picture of Abdul's house? I suspect taken him from a drone.
That's the horse's head moment in The Godfather, right?
That's the art of the deal, isn't it?
That's right.
Crikey.
That's right.
He literally sent Abdul a picture of his house and nothing. Crikey.
And maybe it was when he got on Rightmove. Maybe it was just when he got off the internet.
Inside the caves of the Taliban.
Let's hope it wasn't from a drone.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
but I suspect it was.
I don't care what she is. I don't care. You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less.
Look at that smile.
Well, she's pleased. This is great for her. She's been prepped for this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She's, oh, sweet Lord. Oh.
And then everybody goes back.
Stop. His team at this point are like, just stop.
Oh, dear. I mean, that is a free hit to Harris, isn't it?
Consistently over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people.
She sounds a bit like she's doing beat poetry at like an open mic night.
This is so rehearsed. This is so rehearsed.
This is rehearsed, but it's a great look. That was a great. It's a, you know, this is a big moment for her.
You're still under the sort of spell of the West Wing. I mean, this is like.
No, this is good though. I've also coached people for these, and you know it's very hard to actually land these things.
As a coach, how you'd be pretty pleased.
10 out of 10. She's really.
And on the
well.
issue, though, I mean, obviously, racism, British politics, and American politics, it's different. Do you think this is, is this talking to their bases? Is this going to hurt him?
I think it's going to. When he mentioned the fact that she was Indian and then she turned black in his phrase, I think in a nasty way it kind of played to his base, because a lot of people are thinking, well, what is she? Who is she? She's foreign. And I'm afraid he knows what he's doing in that.
That's pretty grim, then.
Look, I kind of disagree with that. I actually think that there's definitely a big part of his base that would love it. But as you said, he's also attracting ethnic minority voters as well. True. And if you look at where Biden was losing support, it was with ethnic minority supporters.
That's what was killing him.
So actually, if ethnic minorities voters swing back to, they need everyone, the Democrats.
So I'm going to say something controversial. I think that when he said she was Indian and then she turned black, a lot of people are going to think from those communities, is she black or is she Indian?
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
We're not taking anyone's guns away. There we go.
I'll tell you what's really effective about her is this is where she's making sure she rebuts everything, even though they didn't let her in.
This is very New Labour. This is very New Labour, around sort of 97. I love it.
You two are just like staring. I'm just going to see the Kamala face. Yeah, we'll just watch.
It's true. They had that rebuttal unit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Am I going mad, or has he got more orange as the night goes on?
Yeah.
Have they powdered him up in the break?
I think they've powdered him.
I think he's you remember those like mood rings you could get to change colour? I think his entire face is made
Where
out
are we
of that.
now? We're right angry.
He definitely gets more orange as he gets angrier. That's for sure.
I think we're going to get the closing statements. I think they have another advert break, because I feel like they've slightly skewed the advert breaks there. And I think they forgot to have one when it was getting kind of heated in the middle. But they're back. They're coming back with their closing debates. Before that, Sam?
So let's recap what a wild, crazy roller coaster ride it has already been just this year alone on the Betfair exchange market in the race to the White House. I just want to fast forward us on to the last debate, when we saw what a catastrophe it was for Joe Biden. We can see his odds around 35% before the debate, and then all of a sudden, overnight, his odds completely drop to as low as 10%. Donald Trump's odds soaring, giving him an implied chance of around 60% post that initial debate between Trump and Biden. Interestingly, post that debate, punters were backing Kamala Harris in the market. Her odds increasing to around 14% there. Fast forwarding this on now to around the start of this month, we saw a lot of momentum build for Kamala Harris going into the Democratic National Convention, where she accepted that nomination. She went favourite. But then as we fast forwarded on to where we are now, those odds and that momentum soon slipped away. It became neck and neck once again. The odds flipped-flopped for a number of weeks, but going into tonight's debate, it was Donald Trump who had his nose just in front at around 52%. But I'm expecting lots of movement on this market between now and November's vote.
And I'll tell you, as a prosecutor, I never asked a victim or a witness, are you a Republican or a Democrat? The only thing I ever asked them, are you okay?
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it?
Very I mean, he finally nailed all of his talking points in one distinct minute.
Really
He finally got there.
Didn't he get the bit about eating dogs and cats? And
No.
Amazing what happens when you
But
actually prepare.
the Meghan Markle moment there for Kamala Harris.
No,
Are you okay? Are you okay, Kwasi?
Yeah.
She didn't quite say hun at the end.
Yeah, are you okay? Are you okay,
that's
hon?
right, that's right. I didn't ask whether they were Democrats or Republicans. I thought that was quite a smart line.
Yeah, it's a bit schmaltzy, but
yeah, very schmaltzy. It looked like...
Quick, though, verdicts on the debate.
So I think she just edged it, and I'll say why. Nobody really knew who she was. Very few people knew who she was, and I think she did well enough for people to imagine her being president. I still think it's a long road ahead, but I think in this debate she did a good account of herself.
Are you sure? Are you okay?
Was
90 minutes in.
Look, this is my truth.
Yeah.
And I sincerely...
Everyone had their own version of the truth.
I just want
okay?
to say, look, she was well prepared. She rehearsed,
was.
Yeah.
and
No,
it
Sarah as
showed.
well,
And it showed. She was focused, calm, articulate, powerful. She landed all the key messages. She also got under his skin some really good. She riled him.
I think that was the key
He
bit.
was unhinged, negative, angry, rambling. So you know what? I think the childless cat lady knocked it out the park.
Oh, there's your own practice soundbite there. I can see that one.
I think it was a victory on points. I think it was a victory on
And also
points.
one other really important point. This could be a really game-changing moment. This could be the only debate of the election campaign. So we could have just witnessed a really big
Trump
moment.
wants to do that again.
No, he doesn't want to.
I think Trump started off relatively strong. He was quite calm, considered. I felt like she was quite nervous at the start. Her voice cracked a little bit. And then when she started hitting him with his rallies, terrible.
That was the turning point.
Like he hasn't got any money. Then
right.
she started to become more confident, and he just increasingly looked like a sort of waxwork of Biff from Back to the Future. And it just like went downhill from there. It's getting
Well, he got more orange as the night went on.
Totally.
I mean, he just looked angry.
I'm giving it to Harris.
The
tiny mood ring.
The what's it mood ring.
But to sort of counter that, I think he did land. I thought his closing speech was strong, actually.
Yeah.
Because he made
And also,
all the points.
The majority of people will only watch,
That's right.
key
I think
moments. So,
and he
there's
made
a
all
lot
the
of
points he
waffle in the
wanted to
middle.
make.
But look, she's had a lot of criticism. Is she up to it? Could she take him on? Could
Tonight
she
it's shown
withstand?
that she can. I
Tonight
think
she's
she did.
absolutely answered that
I think
question.
she did a good job tonight.
She looked presidential.
Very quickly, moment of the night from each of you.
So the rallying, when she said, his rallies, nobody turned, they're leaving their board, he went nuts.
Yeah.
For me, it was the section on abortion, labelling it the Trump abortion ban, I think was really strong.
Best joke of the night. Were there any jokes apart from ours?
No, for me, not to sound too much like the representative of the youth, but I would say it was the TikTok kind of, it was all this.
The memes.
The apps, like she's nailed that. Like, I want to say Slay Queen, I think that's correct. But like, just that was just like instantly she wins.
We're going to see that. That is the defining image of the night. We're going to see it all through
with
campaign
like
now.
that feeling when
him looking like his head's about to blow. Well, actually, that's a terrible thing to say about Donald Trump, given the circumstances. Him looking like he was getting very angry, and she was just
very calm.
She looked wheeling it in.
Also, she looked great. That's really important. She looked really good. She looked very calm. She looked really good.
So there were two, the rally and then his dad's money.
His dad's
he got
money.
very angry about that.
Sam, we're the words. Money speaks. What do the punters say?
Well, let me take you back.
Oh.
A couple of hours ago, 1 a.m., Donald Trump's odds were 52%.
Yikes.
They have dropped 4% in that time. The momentum well and truly in Kamala Harris's favour. She was 43% before tonight's debate, now around 51%. She is the odds-on favourite now to win the election. She's in to 21-20. I can tell you that £1 million has been wagered around this debate tonight. A lot of money has gone on this market, which has swung in favour of Kamala Harris.
Well, that speaks for itself. I think we need to go to bed. As exciting as that is a dream we can all unite behind. Kwasi Kwarteng, Aisha Hadarika, James Farmer, Sam Rosbottom. Well, there we have it. Never mind the ballots. We'll be back next week. We'll be doing more of these shows with our friends from Betfair all the way through to polling day in the United States. Time for some sleep. Don't forget to subscribe. YouTube.com/sunpolitics. See you next time.